Welcome back. I'm really amazed that all of you are still here with us. This has been a tough show. Elliott wave theory is really something which is not that easy to come to terms with because it's not that intuitive. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you know it, it really works for you. And that's what our next trader is going to tell us. This is an Elliott wave special, and our trader today is one who believes in the Elliott wave theory.
My personal trading style includes much deeper analysis based on wave structures, time analysis, etc. The biggest hit, if I recall correctly, is projecting 20,000 plus Sensex in 2007, somewhere during 2005, when the index was only 10,000. Now, based on the wave analysis, etc., I projected 20,000 plus. Clinical analysis of what you are doing beforehand, before the trade takes place, is very important. Don't trade a quantity which cannot make you rich. Take the maximum risk, and of course always have stop loss. I have read many books, but one which comes to my mind is Zurich Options by Mark Gunther, and that actually explains how a trader psychology should work.
Okay, time now for the chart of the week. For last week, we had lots of entries from you, and this is the one that Doc picked out, and here's why.
Okay, this week we have a chart from Jay from Bombay, and interestingly, the chart that has been sent in is one on gold. Most of the time, what we get are equities. So I think it's very topical. That's one of the reasons that I've chosen it, because everybody is now speaking about gold and silver. Second reason for choosing this as a chart of choice for this week is that it has, 3-4 elements which have been alluded to and laid down very clearly. There is a breakout of the channel, as you can see on the chart. There is a pitchfork channel which has been laid out, which we spoke about recently. And there are some wave markings also which have been made out, upon which there have been two sets of queries and a pattern which has been marked out. Now, this is a critical point which I want to make here, that any chart that you are analyzing should have the elements which contribute to arriving at a view. I have found charts with 4-4 moving averages without any clue about what those moving averages are doing on the chart. Don't have things which are not necessary on the chart or the thing upon which you are not going to use to draw a conclusion. Don't have one tools which are all there in a software just because they are there. Have only those which are required on a chart. Now, going on to the query raised by Jay here, what has been asked is whether gold is actually making a kind of wedge pattern. Now, that's correct. What we can see on the chart is a kind of wedge, and this is in line with the wave marking that you have marked. You have also asked me whether the wave marking is correct. In the context of the area that you have shown, yes, it is correct. It is the fourth wave which you have marked, and the wedge is the right set of pattern which should come at the fifth wave. So gold is looking sort of bullish yet, but then it is also forming that wedge pattern. So all gold investors should be on the alert here. So I think it's a very good chart, very good analysis, and a good lesson for all those who are into reading of charts with the right set of tools.
So that really was an interesting chart, and as always, we'd love for you once again to send in entries on which chart you think really makes the cut and why, where there's an interesting wave pattern or a chart pattern of any kind which leads you to a really actionable trade. So send in entries by Wednesday, and then we'll pick out one for you, and Doc will tell you really what is worthwhile in that trading pattern or in that technical analysis tool that can be used on that chart. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this Elliott Wave special. It's a system that will mesmerize you in the true sense of the word, take you deeper and deeper. Well, we let you stay with the base for the moment, and see you again next week when we discuss stop losses, their importance, and why we find it so hard to follow them, and how we should actually be using them for effective trading. So till then, goodbye.